Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to another ultimate review by PureCast9. In today's episode, I'm going to give you the most in-depth and unbiased review of the EDICT ESP01. So basically, EDICT is a company which they claim is powered by Boat. Now, in my opinion, I just think it's a sub-brand of Boat. It's just Boat selling Bluetooth speakers or electronics under another brand name. So all you need to be concerned about is whether EDICT, this brand, brings anything new with its electronics, and most importantly, is it worth your money? So that is what I am going to give you some clarity on. So before I give you my verdict on how it sounds, and at the end of this episode I will be doing the sound test, before that let me quickly go over some of the specs that this speaker provides. So the ESP01 from EDICT is a 5-watt RMS speaker which has IPX4 water and dust resistance, packs an 800 mAh inbuilt battery. It also has true wireless stereo, so you can buy 2 of these, pair them up, get even louder sound and a more or less true left and right channel separation when listening to music or watching movies. It also claims to pack Bluetooth version 5, so that technically should give you far less delay when you're watching a video on your phone and relaying the sound through this speaker. Now, apart from Bluetooth, it also has aux connectivity and charges via micro USB. Now, they claim that the charging time is 4 hours and it gives you a continuous playback time of 4 hours straight. Now, obviously that is not at 100% volume. As with all speakers, it is at a reduced volume, so maybe around 50 to 60 or maximum 70% volume. You could expect to get close to that time. Having said all that, these don't bring anything new to the table. So, I mean, there's nothing rather super exciting about this speaker. Now, personally, I like the shape of this. It feels good and fun in the hand, and the fabric up front and back feels nice. The EDICT logo in the front, the matte rubber all around, so it feels good in the hand and is very, very light. Now, one thing you should note that this is not a 360-degree surround sound speaker. So the part in the front which houses the EDICT logo, this is where the driver is facing. So if you're sitting in front of this, that is where you're going to get the full range or blast of the sound. If you're sitting behind that, obviously you are going to get the sound, but it's going to be definitely considerably less, and it's not going to be the full range of sound as if you were sitting in front of it. So, and I feel that even though they don't mention whether it has a passive bass radiator, but back portion I feel pumps out a bit of the bass, and the front portion is all about the loudness, the highs and the mids. So having said all that, now let's get into how did it sound in my testing. So in the wide variety of music and songs that I listened to using the speaker, I would say my overall opinion of the speaker, considering, and this is really important, considering the price, and when you pay for this, you know what you're getting into. You don't expect this to sound like a 4 or 5,000 rupee or 3,000 rupee speaker. So for its price range, I would say on the whole, I was impressed. So guys, if you're an existing viewer in my channel, I don't just say it sounds good or bad. I always go in depth and tell you that any sound that you hear is made up of 3 frequencies: the highs, the mids and the lows. So the highs are where the really sharp sounding instruments are, and in terms of the highs, this speaker definitely produces a lot of highs. So if high notes were a factor in whether you would buy this speaker or not, it definitely produces highs, and they are audible and quite sharp. Is it of the best quality that I've heard in such a range of speaker? No, but this is absolutely not for someone who is an audiophile. Obviously, this is just for your general listening pleasure. For that, the highs are definitely adequate. Now, coming to the mids where the vocals lie. Now, this I felt that is really also geared a lot towards the mid frequencies, the vocals. So in case you are planning to get this to listen to podcasts, or you want to watch a lot of videos where there's a lot of talking or voice per se, or maybe just songs where voice is the main factor, then voice sounds quite upfront and bright and clear. But at max volume, or when you creep towards max volume, you do hear a bit of distortion in the mid frequencies, which is a kind of a setback. But if you can reduce the volume and listen to it, and for my compact studio right here, the speaker at close to max volume, max volume was great. I mean, good enough rather. So highs and mids, definitely where the main emphasis is provided by this speaker. And now coming to the lows or the bass. Now this is where I think many would be disappointed if you're expecting a speaker of this size to give you really punchy bass. So bass is a weak point of the speaker. You cannot expect bass. Now I'm not going to go out and say that this absolutely has no bass. It definitely has a bit of punch to it when the bass hits, but definitely due to the lack maybe of a passive dedicated bass radiator, you won't really feel the bass, or even the surface you keep it on is not going to resonate with the bass. So this is not something you would really get to have really punchy full sound. But I found that if you're in a compact room, or maybe you are just lying on the bed and you want a small, very light speaker that you can carry anywhere, which provides decent sound quality, especially for vocals, I think this is a very fair choice considering the price and the quality that you get with it. The one strange thing I found was that even though this claims to be a Bluetooth version 5 speaker, when I was relaying sound through my phone, I found that there was a bit of lag or delay between the video and the audio. So that was kind of weird. I am going to do further testing, and I will probably update this in a comment if I see that this was just a one-time or two-time thing. But each time I tested it, I found that there was a bit of latency, which it's not drastic, but it is there if you really want to nitpick. But apart from that, for its price range, I would say that the EDICT ESP01 is a fair choice. Good highs, good mids, and just about a line of bass which is present. But for personal listening experiences, and if you want to carry it around for portability, this is something that you could look into. As always, I'm going to leave you with two tracks that you will listen to right now being played through this speaker. You guys form your judgment and let me know in the comments below what you think about it. And if you do decide to buy this speaker, you know the drill. The link to this is in the description below. It is going to cost you zero extra, trust me on this, but it will help me run this channel and produce more and more quality content just for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Purcast 9 if you haven't already. Hit like on this video, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.
While you and me repeat, this bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating.